Hey there, starlings. Welcome to my sector of the universe. This is Jasmine Capella Wellness, here to help you step into your truth and star into your power. For those of you who've never been here before, welcome. Thank you so much for being here for the first time. I am so grateful you are here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for coming back to view another one of my weeklies. And to my subscribers, I cannot thank you enough for your love, your loyalty, and support. I am truly, truly grateful for each and every one of you. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, check out the description box below for information on that, or you could hop on over to capellawellness.com. I also want to announce that I'm holding a Zoom group session on January 16th, 23rd, and 30th at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for 10 people per session. This is to help those navigate the challenging energies that are coming to us in 2022. All right, especially with the Jupiter-Neptune conjunction in Pisces that is coming in April of this year. These sessions are to help empower us. I will give mini readings to everyone who's in the session with regards to specifics as to how you are going to best navigate these energies in 2022. We'll have a lot of fun. We'll also have a Q&A session. We'll have a healing meditation at the end. And I will reveal a surprise to those who attend. If you would like to find out more information about that, you can find that out in the description box below. I wish you all a very happy new year, all the best in 2022, and a wonderfully blessed week. With that being said, let's get into your reading. Hey there, Scorpio. Welcome to your weekly reading. How are you doing? I hope you're doing fantastic and you're having a good week. If you're not, this too shall pass, all right? Okay. I'm also sending you much, much love and many, many blessings. All right, Scorpio, what we're going to do here is we're going to see what your overall theme is for this week, what you need to focus on and what you need to avoid for your spiritual growth, because that is what this is about. Stick around to the end so you can see what other guidance spirit has for you, what is coming to you with your, what's going on in your love life, I should say. And we're also going to check up on what Mercury Retrograde is teaching you. Mercury Retrograde begins tomorrow, January 14th. I am recording this on January 13th, 2022. So get ready for that. All right, let's see what your overall theme is for this week. Nice. Okay. We have intuition in downloads. Okay. So, Scorpio, if you are hearing high-pitched noises, you're seeing flickers of light, like let's say your kitchen light starts flickering all of a sudden and you know there's no malfunction or whatever, and this has happened to me where one of my closet lights would go out and I'm about to change the bulb and then it goes back on, then it goes out, it goes back on, right? Yeah, you can point fingers at some sort of issue, right? However, when these things happen, Scorpio, that means that your angelic team, your spirit team is connecting with you. It's also meaning that you are receiving downloads from the universe, all right? So, apparently, Scorpio, something's going on where you're feeling like something's about to happen. It could be negative, it could be positive, it could be both, right? Maybe you're having a lot of dreams. Maybe you're getting this heightened intuition. You're just like, I feel like something is about to happen. Trust in that, Scorpio. You tend to be very psychic. Trust in those intuitive hits, okay? You're getting downloads. They're boosting up your intuition. They're boosting up your spiritual gifts, your psychic abilities. And whatever intuitive urges you're getting right now, Scorpio, trust in those because they are correct. All right? So you're going to start feeling a lot more. It's like all of your other senses are going to be heightened. What you see, what you hear. All right. And again, with how you're feeling. Your intuition's getting stronger and stronger, and you're becoming more in touch with your guides, your ancestors, your angels, with the galactic realms, with God. All right. They're helping you to encourage your spiritual growth here. It could also be an indication where some of you are starting to get messages that you are a light worker, especially if you're seeing signs and synchronicities and things like that, or even having dreams of stuff like this with light worker abilities or light worker work. Trust in that, because that is who you are. All right? You are here to raise the vibration of the planet, to shine your light, to be the beacon of light, faith, hope, and harmony, peace, unconditional love for others, and to help them tune in to their higher selves, to help them with their spiritual growth. Okay? You may be feeling overly sensitive right now, a little bit overwhelmed. Maybe you're getting some sort of psychic attacks, or it's like the anxiety is building up and you're wondering where it's coming from. That's because your abilities are being heightened. You're moving to different timelines. You're shifting. It's like you're ascending to a higher level of consciousness, okay? And this is being caused by all of the astrological transits that are going on right now. Mercury goes into retrograde tomorrow. Like I said, Mercury is about to square Uranus, if I'm not mistaken, in a couple of days. We have Venus still in retrograde. Uranus is still in retrograde, but it's going to come out of retrograde in a few days. We have the full moon in Cancer on Monday. There's a lot of stuff going on, and there's more stuff going on, but I'm not going to get into that here. But a lot of things are shifting, guys. And with Jupiter and Neptune in Pisces, a lot of us are going to be getting a lot more dreams. The intuition, again, it's really going to have a huge level up here. So don't freak out about it. If you start feeling this like pressure or this anxiety, it's like, oh my God, something's happening, something's happening. Ground yourself, get to center, all right? Don't get too overwhelmed where your energies are all scattered and then your chakras are being out of alignment and it starts to cause a lot of disruption within you, okay? You're really being encouraged to like look beyond what your eyes are seeing and start to see more with your third eye. See how her third eye, the light is shooting out from her third eye here? It's not a coincidence, guys. It is not something that is crazy or you think you might be going crazy. It's not. Again, I said you guys are very psychic individuals. All right, so whatever you're picking up on here, Scorpio, if you're getting these intuitive hits to do something and you know something is coming, maybe it's a good time for you to start making plans towards whatever it is you're picking up on. All right. And just keep in mind that you have to maintain a very high positive mindset, a high vibration to help you to deal with all of these so-called psychic changes, these levelings up, okay? And know that your angels are always here to help you. Your guides are always here to help you. God is here to help you with whatever it is that you may be afraid of, you may be questioning. Even dealing with this, you know, this just change of state. Again, the higher level of consciousness here. Make sure that you connect with them to continue to receive these downloads and to be able to clearly interpret them is what I'm hearing. So make sure that you call upon your higher self, your guides to help you with this transition, all right? So now we have self-acceptance at the bottom of the deck. This is really about just accepting the fact that maybe you're starting to get this intuitive hit or these messages that you are a light worker, or this is accepting the fact that you are a very psychic individual and that you're not going crazy, okay? That these abilities that you have, it's not a joke. It's not something that is some sort of, it's like, what do they want me to say? Like fiction, something along those lines, okay? And with this leveling up here, this is about you really making incredible efforts to heal and release old habits that were keeping you stagnant, that were keeping you from ascending, from growing. All right. Thinking that, life wasn't going to change or that things weren't going to happen. But now you're starting to realize that if you just let go of, whatever was holding you back, it's helping you to become more free. And when that happens, again, that helps you with opening up to those in the downloads, right? The messages that are being sent from the higher realms. So, know that you are a divine being and that you have so much support from God, your angels, the universe. Okay? There's nothing weird about you, there's nothing off about you. Understand that you are who you are meant to be. And that where you are at now is where you need to be at this present moment. If by any chance you're losing confidence in yourself and your abilities, you're kind of doubting certain things about what's going on, know that, again, there's nothing wrong going on here. You're not really losing your sense of self. You're really more becoming in alignment with your higher self here. Remember to avoid any self-sabotage, any negative thinking, any deceptive thoughts about yourself. Know that whatever it is that you're undergoing at this time, continue to love yourself. Continue with this self-acceptance, right? Accepting who you are. There's only one of you, Scorpio. Make sure you speak words of love. Make sure you talk to yourself in a high vibrational manner. All right? This is going to be very important. And whatever's happened in the past with regards to people who have been insulting you or accusing you of things or telling you, it's like derogatory words, telling you can't do something or you're not good enough for something or you're unable to do something or you're crazy, right? Especially if you're starting to realize that you're this really highly psychic being, becoming more spiritual, and people are saying, what the heck is going on with you type of thing. Don't listen to those people. Your intuition is on point right now, Scorpio, so trust in that. You are responsible for your well-being, your happiness, and your abundance, right? And making sure that you are accepting yourself for who you are and saying these positive words to yourself. Maybe you need to be saying more affirmations to yourself. This is going to really help you with maintaining a high vibration here, okay? And God accepts you for who you are. God loves you for who you are. And if other people don't, then it's probably time for you to kind of cut cords with those individuals if they're not going to really be in your corner or be supportive of this transition that you're making or be supportive of, your abilities or who you really are as a person. Because maybe what's happening is that you're moving away more from your 3D self and becoming more in alignment with your higher self, right? And that a lot of changes are going on right now for you. It's kind of like the death card, and that is your card, Scorpio, right? Undergoing some profound changes and leaving the past behind. The old Scorpio is being cast away and the new Scorpio is emerging here. So know that you are lovable. You are a divine being having a human experience, right? We're all in Earth School. So know that you have that divine wisdom within and really start paying attention to how you talk to yourself, how you view yourself, because it's all about you. How other people perceive you is not who you are. What happened in the past doesn't dictate your future, right? What's happened in your past doesn't really necessarily mold who you are. It's kind of like it molded you into the person that the 3D world wanted you to be. And now some of you are now emerging as this new individual with these spiritual gifts, these psychic abilities to do this light work. I know I've been through this because I know family and friends and the few coworkers that knew thought I had lost my mind. Sometimes my parents still kind of think a little bit it's weird, but you know, we all have these abilities. Every single one of us is psychic. It's just a matter of getting away from that misnomer of what a psychic is, right? And especially in certain religions, they're saying, oh, psychics are bad and they're evil and stuff like that. Let me tell you, with my abilities, I've been able to help so many people get through a lot of things, and I've been able to predict a lot of stuff to prevent people from getting into major traps, okay? So that had to be said for whatever reason. Anyway, what is it that Scorpio needs to focus on for this week? Well, of course, the tuition, she is the queen of intuition here, aside from her king, right? It's the Queen of Cups, all right? Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, this is your energy here. Strength card, nice. Leo energy, and the Six of Pentacles, all right? We've got more water energy at the bottom of the deck, Scorpio. More of your water energy. We have Knight of Cups right here. Trust your instincts. Point blank right here. It's like you can't get any more loud and clear than this guy right here. On top of this, again, trust your intuition and follow it. Do not be afraid of going in that direction, following your heart and trusting your instincts. Your gut is correct with whatever it is you're feeling at this time. All right. Continue to head in the direction with being in tune with those emotions and not being afraid of what you are feeling, not being afraid of what you are sensing. All right. Taking action, whatever it is that your gut is telling you to head towards. That is God leading you in the direction that you need to be in. And not being afraid of that. All right. So continue to move in that forward direction with whatever your gut is leading you towards. Of course, she, like I said, she's the queen of listening to her intuition, right? This is also about going with the flow, like I talked about. Don't worry about what it is that you are feeling at this time, Scorpio. It is your internal GPS system that is guiding you, leading the way to where God wants you to be. I'm seeing the Chariot with this, right? That's Cancer energy. So just go with the flow, right? Even if you're starting to feel a little bit anxious because you know something's coming, Scorpio, and you're like, oh my God, I don't know. I'm trying not to worry about this. Go with the ebb and flow of life. Your intuition is going to lead you, again, to where you need to be. Don't be afraid of where that is leading you to. Don't be afraid of the unknown. You have to trust your gut, knowing that your gut is taking you to a better place. It's kind of like putting you in a better position or something like that. It's like that song by the Little River Band, Listen to Your Heart, right? It was part of one of the Karate Kid movies. I think it was the second one. Listen to your heart. It knows right from wrong. Let it guide you. Maybe some of you need to listen to that song. That song popped up in my Spotify feed out of nowhere. And I remembered it from Karate Kid movies when I was a kid. And it really helped me when I went through my awakening phase. And I added it to a playlist and I would listen to it every now and again. And sometimes every time I would second guess what my gut was telling me, I went back to listen to that song and it helped me to trust in my intuition. All right. So with the Queen of Cups and the Knight of Cups, there could be something here about following your heart with regards to pursuing some artistic endeavor. It could be with music, writing, composing, playing music, having a career in music, something with artistry. And I get that a lot for some of you with regards to drawing and painting and digital artwork or something with graphics or whatever this is. Something with creative writing even. Something of the arts. All right. Some of you are wanting to pursue something with the arts and Spirit is pretty much encouraging you to follow that path, to not be afraid of following that, right? And I think for all the reading, Scorpio, I've been picking up on this for quite a few months. And you're getting all of these signs and synchronicities and all of these things coming out of nowhere. And you're starting to pick up on stuff. And again, with the heightened senses and the flickering lights and the noises in your ear, the high-pitched sounds in your ear. It's funny because I had a high-pitched sound in my ear this morning. My cat was actually sitting on me while I was sleeping right before my alarm went off. And apparently she heard it too, and she took off of my chest out of the bedroom. It was the craziest thing. She totally felt it. And my son was telling me that he's been getting more high-pitched noises, and he asked me about it on the way to school today and explained to him, you're getting downloads. That's like the higher realms communicating with you. You're leveling up. And sure enough, both of us were going through that this morning, so I thought it was crazy. But with this going on, Scorpio, don't be afraid of what's changing, of what you are starting to come into, because this is God opening up your third eye to what path you need to take. And with this guy on that path, he's on that path to the Holy Grail, and he's following his intuition. Whatever his gut tells him to do, he's going to end up finding that Ace of Cups. He's got to see what is in that Ace of Cups that is going to bring him ultimate fulfillment. All right. This is also about having compassion and self-love here. When we talk about self-acceptance and self-love, don't judge yourself and don't judge others either. Have that compassion for yourself and others, especially if people are starting to see changes in you. They're saying, Scorpio, what is going on over here? Trust, okay? They're not awakened just yet. So they're going to have their judgments, their reservations about things. Don't beat yourself up, right? When people are starting to say things to you or question what it is you're doing, all right? Continue to have that love for yourself and that compassion, and don't judge yourself. Your intuition, again, is on point. Have that strength, okay? The courage to follow that path that your gut is heading you towards. You have infinite potential here, Scorpio. You are a limitless being. You are starting to come more into understanding who you are as an individual and that you're a spiritual being. You're not just some human being here. You're that soul who is having a human experience. Again, with the earth school stuff, right? You're here to learn, grow, and evolve. And then eventually you're going to start to realize, oh my gosh, like I am a spiritual being having a human experience. We're not taught that when we grow up. Not at all. Unless you have some sort of experiences early on, which some children have, and they come into their gifts early on, but that's for some other people. So understand that you have the ability to go on this path, utilizing your gifts and following that path of whatever artistic endeavors you are pursuing. Have that courage. Believe in yourself. You got to have that confidence too. Again, don't beat yourself up. And this lion energy here with pride and ego, kind of tame that a little bit. It's okay for you to start realizing that you have these abilities about yourself. Things are changing here. Six of Pentacles. It's time for you to start giving your time, energy, and talents to the world. You are very talented and very artistic with something. It's time to give to others with that. You have a higher calling here, Scorpio, with utilizing those gifts that you have. Not only with the artistic talents, but with your psychic abilities. It's actually kind of utilizing both in tandem in a sense, right? It's kind of like what I do with my stuff and how I'm utilizing, doing these readings and things like that to help others with my psychic abilities. And for me, I'm being called to kind of get people closer to God by utilizing the form of tarot, which, most people don't really do. I don't do fortune telling. This is not me telling you when you're going to get rich and when you're going to get married and stuff like that. That diverts the path. That diverts you off the path you're supposed to be on. So for some of you, you're really going to be utilizing art, whatever artistic talent you have as part of your purpose is what I'm getting. And remember, this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't for somebody else who's watching this. But keep your unhealthy ego in check, okay? And be honest with yourself. Dishonesty isn't going to get you anywhere. So, start time. Now time for you to give what God has given you. God has blessed you with an incredible gift or gifts, Scorpio. It's now time for you to give back to God by utilizing your gifts for the greater good of humanity. This could also mean that with Pentacles here, that whatever it is that you're going to be pursuing, it's going to bring monetary gain here. There's financial wealth here with whatever it is that you want to pursue, okay? You have to be confident in that. You have to believe that. And understand that what you give to the universe is what you get back. This is the law of equal give and take. This could also mean for some of you to be more generous with your time, energy, and money. Some of you may have to do more random acts of kindness, or start volunteering more, or start, giving more to charity, something like that. But don't get into conditional giving, right? Because that backfires and the universe knows that. And that won't be returned to you tenfold because you're expecting something from someone or somewhere when you are giving to them. Now, if you're dealing with somebody where they are able to give to you, but they don't, it's like they're not pulling their weight, they're not helping you out, there's no balance there with whatever this is, that's when you cut the cord, because people end up taking advantage of you, especially if you're overly generous. That's happened to me, where I was so kind and so giving and so caring that people were like, oh man, Jess is like this person. I'm just going to take from Jess. And that just messed it up for me. I was affecting my abundance flow by getting into that because there was no balance there. And then I understood the law of equal give and take. And that helped change things. So maybe that's a message for somebody here, that you have to have more balance between giving and taking. All right, we'll put the Queen of Cups here. Where is she? All right, let's see what you need to avoid for this week. What does Scorpio need to avoid for this week? Spirit guides and angels, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Oh, there it is. It went in, it went back out. We have the Seven of Wands, all right? Some of you are trying to fight this off. I love you, Scorpio, I do. And sometimes, you've gotten this in your readings, and I've said this before. It's kind of like you're trying to fight this. You're like, no, I don't want to go on this path. I don't want to follow my divine guidance because look, I said the Chariot, did I not? Look who's here. Cancer energy. I said the Chariot, and it comes up at the bottom of the deck for what you need to avoid. You're causing these blocks for yourselves It's like you're refusing to follow your divine guidance. Because some of you, this is like, I don't know about this path. Is this really going to lead me to where I need to be? Am I going to be successful doing this compared to what I've been doing? It's like you feel powerless, or, with this heightened intuition that you're having, it's like, why am I keep being led in this direction all the time? It's because it's where God wants you to be. I said it. You're being blocked by obstacles, and it seems like you're causing the obstacles for yourself. You're blocking your intuition. You're trying to block it. Some of you, not all of you. This is like a huge opposition, because it's like, I really don't believe that me following my artistic talents is going to bring me abundance, that I'm going to be a success, that I'm going to be someone famous, or I'm going to be well-to-do with whatever it is that I'm pursuing. That is self-sabotage, Scorpio. Why are you doubting when your gut is telling you otherwise? And I know for some of you, it's a big thing, because some of you tend to be a little bit more logical than not. And that's okay. It's because of the conditioning of the world here. Spirit doesn't want you to be in opposition to understanding that you are a light worker, or that you are meant to bring light to the world with your abilities. We're all actually supposed to be doing this. You have to have that willpower and determination to move forward with this, Scorpio, not being afraid of following your intuition. That's divine guidance being given to you, because ultimately God knows where your success lies. The ultimate success here lies within you, and it's following your passions, your intuition, by utilizing your gifts, those talents, artistic abilities, whatever this is for you. And as crazy as it sounds, Scorpio, that's what's going to lead you to victory. Your gut is always correct. Follow it. God is telling you where to go. Again, it will lead you to ultimate success here. Some of you keep fighting it. Spirit doesn't want you to fight this off. There's a big opposition here. But you have to stay determined. If you want things in your life to change, you want things to have a little bit more control, you're going to have to take control of your chariot and not try to control everything else. God has the ultimate control. That's why following your divine guidance is the best course of action right now here, because God will continue to throw in tower moments, or continue to throw in these experiences, situations to get you on your path. And for some of you, that will be very unpleasant, because when that happens, it's like, why isn't this working? Why am I being thrown off? Why is this surprise coming in? Shocking events, sudden upheavals, that type of thing. But again, God's trying to get you, Scorpio. This is where you are meant to be. Trust in that. Keep trying to fight it off. And when I talked about psychic attacks, this is my fighting off dark forces card, which could very well be psychic attacks, okay? If you're experiencing this, Scorpio, or you're going to, just remember to send unconditional love out to those dark forces. Try to ground yourself. Say prayers to the archangels. This is what I do. You don't have to do this. This is what I do whenever that happens. And usually that happens when you are ascending, when your abilities are being heightened and you're moving more towards that light worker self. You're moving closer towards your life's purpose. And the devil doesn't like that. So they tried to come in to derail you, to throw you off of your chariot, and you just go tumbling to the ground and your horses are running all over the place and you're not going on that path that God's trying to lead you towards. There's a sense of being overwhelmed here. And we talked about this. Especially if you're getting a lot of these downloads and stuff like that, and your intuition is super on point. You're like, what is going on here? And some of you are like, I can't handle all this. And see, when I was talking about with the anxiety and stuff like that, just make sure that you ground yourself. Grounding and finding that balance is going to be very important for quite a few of you. All right. There's no need to be completely overwhelmed and to get anxious and to be all up in arms and fearful and, you know, not sure of what direction you're going. You know, it's like, this is lack of direction. It's like, well, where am I going? I don't know what I'm doing with this. Like, how am I going to handle this? Again, just go with the flow and trust your gut. You can't avoid this situation. You're too far in it, is what I'm being told. You have to stop resisting this. God is leading the way. And God wants you to take control of that chariot and take action. Just go with the flow. Wait till you see where you end up. This is not a joke. This is not a drill. This is not a test. All right, let's see why the Queen of Cups, the Strength card, and the... Oh, shoot, what was the other one? Six of Pentacles. Why are they here? Spirit guides and angels, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. There we go. Eight of Pentacles. Doing the work. Doing the inner work, guys. Stay committed to this. You're really building up the skills on how to better trust and utilize your intuition and your gifts, okay? You have these talents here. You are very good at something. And I think you've gotten the Eight of Pentacles in a reading before with regards to the same message. Do what you love to do. Continue working on your craft, all right? This is mastery here. Some of you are very skilled at something and Spirit really wants you to continue doing this. They want you to pursue this talent because you guys are exceptionally good at it. And some of you do not believe that. You have to believe that. You have to stop comparing yourselves, Scorpio, because some of you are notorious for comparing yourselves to others and other people's successes and things like that. That's their life. That's their path. You have your own. Don't worry about that. This is success and recognition, you know, for doing your hard work here. Continue to be or start being immersed in this talent that you have, Scorpio. And what's going to happen is the more you work towards that, the better you're going to get. And what's going to happen after that is it's going to become second nature to you. And those creative juices are going to be flowing. And watch what's going to happen when you are really into this. You're going to start to come out ahead in a sense where you're going to discover something about yourself that you didn't realize. That you have this one particular talent that either very, very few people have, or only you have, Scorpio. And that is what's going to set you apart from everybody else that you're comparing yourselves to. Continue to do the hard work. This is also about doing the inner work of achieving self-mastery, doing shadow work, working on your healing, a whole bunch of stuff. This also helps with this ascension process, okay? So stick to it. Continue to follow your intuition. I cannot stress that enough. It's like the same message, okay? Know that you're very skilled at something. I keep saying that. You're very gifted with something here, Scorpio. All right? There's a specialty that you have that most people don't. I said it's going to lead you to success. We saw the Chariot card. That's the victory success card. You're going to have a breakthrough. This is where you are meant to be. This could also talk about being self-employed, building a business out of these skills that you have, Scorpio. And some of you are already saying, there's no way. I can't do that. What about my bills? What about the job that I have now? How am I going to sustain myself? How am I going to sustain my kids? Some of you are already thinking this. I can feel it. All right? Remember, this is for some of you, not for all of you. You can build a business. You could become self-employed with this skill of yours, Scorpio. Be your own boss. It's like the Emperor card, all right? See, Seven of Cups, you're confused. You're doubting. It's like, I don't know. All these cups, they're bringing me happiness, but are they really bringing you happiness and fulfillment, Scorpio? Is this job that you currently have, are you really liking this job? Do you like the people you work with? Do you like what you're doing? Are you overly worried about the money thing? And I talked about that because Pentacles is money and Seven of Cups is materialism. Shiny object syndrome. Oh, this job, this pays a lot. I'm going to work this job and it turns out to be crap or you hate it. Oh, I'm going to go pursue this because this is what everybody else is doing. And this is what everybody is, where everybody's making money. I heard something about crypto. It came out of nowhere. Maybe somebody is, trying to do the crypto thing because so many people are doing the crypto thing, even though crypto has been kind of tanking for right now. But that's besides the point. It's like some of you are choosing the cups that other people are choosing, but you know deep down inside it is not bringing you ultimate fulfillment. And some of you may very well be too caught up in the material world. I need things to make me happy. I need things. I need money. I need to have money to make me happy. If I have this type of salary, I will be happier. I'll be able to do this. If I had the money to pursue my dreams, if I had the money to pursue my dreams, to pursue what I really want to do, then it'll work out. Then that's when I will go the self-employment route, build a business. It's the other way around, Scorpio. That's the challenging part for a lot of us. If you continue to say, when I have this, when I have that, oh, I'll get to that next year. I'll do this win is never going to happen. And your dreams are just going to be pushed out further and further. And what's going to happen is your dreams are going to stay in the dream state. They won't become reality if you do not take action. Again, with this card. Take action on this. Some of you are very afraid of following that guidance because you're comparing it to what people do in the 3D world. So many people make it out just fine when they follow their heart and they do what they love to do and they stick to it and they're committed to it. Some of them will build their own businesses with it and they end up being successful because they're following their passions and they're trusting your heart. Having that open heart chakra, that cleared heart chakra is the gateway to having everything. So some of you got to stop having clouded judgment about this opportunity for you that's presenting itself. And you're thinking that it's not going to be a thing. You're not going to make money. It's not going to be successful. Again, negative thinking, self-sabotaging. You are a very gifted individual, Scorpio. You have to believe this. All these cups that you're thinking are going to bring you that success, that money, the salary that you want. Some of you have been pursuing this over and over and over again, and it's not working out for you, is it? Because you're picking the wrong cup every time. You're not trusting your gut. You're not following your passions, following what it is that you love to do. You know you love doing something. It's artistic in nature. You're very good at it. Deep down inside, you know you're very good at it, Scorpio. You have to stop doubting yourself. You don't need to conform to the norm. You don't need to pick the cups that everybody else is choosing. That's so boring. You guys are incredibly gifted. Go build something off of that. Seven of Wands. Why is the Seven of Wands here? Why are they resisting this? Oh my God. Really, Spirit? Oh, come on. No way. Did you see that, guys? A whole bunch of cards flew out. Oh, boy. Look what stayed at the bottom. You saw me shuffle. It didn't go away. You got to be focused on what it is that you want. You have to make a decision here. You're still confused about this. You think this is a fantasy of yours when it's not. Or this is, okay, let me rephrase that. You think, you're saying, oh, wishful thinking. Once in a blue moon type of thing, right? That will never happen. That's what you need to avoid. It can happen for you. You have to believe it. Your thoughts create your reality, right? Some of you know this. You have to be more decisive and stop picking the cup that you know isn't going to bring you fulfillment. Five of Cups is here. You got to see the silver lining in this. All right? There's something about the past that is holding you back here. You got to release that. Okay? There's no need to be caught up in to get caught up in the past here. You got to let that go, Scorpio. Are you afraid that this isn't going to work out? Is it because you might have to lose something to gain something? Are you kind of saddened knowing that, you know, some things need to change and you're like, well, I used to do this, but now I have to give up all of this to go this route? Trust in that, okay? Just wait. When everything really comes to fruition, you're going to look back and say, wow, I'm glad I made this choice. You have to move on. You have to accept change. Change is inevitable. Let go of the past. Let go of whatever it is you're holding on to. Two of Cups. There's codependencies here. You're codependent in a relationship, on a job. You're codependent on friends. You're codependent on money. What are you codependent on? There's unhealthy attachments to things. Or you're trying to seek the approval of other people with regards to pursuing this. Why? You may be dealing with friends or people around you who are not supportive of you. They're not like-minded. You probably have to let go of these friends. Look, I said the Emperor, right? But he came out in the reverse. This is really resisting change right here. This is unstable ground. All right. Again, this could be like being very, very stubborn. This could be not really believing in that personal power that you have, because you have the power to take control of your life, Scorpio. You have the power to change your world. It's like a sitting duck here. This guy in the reverse, he doesn't take action. It's time for you to take action. I keep saying that. Maybe there's something with father issues for somebody. Maybe you're being heavily influenced by your father. You're being conflicted, or some father figure where, you know, your gut is telling you to pursue something, and maybe you've brought it up to a father or father figure, and they're like, what? You're going to do that? No, you're supposed to be doing this, and you're supposed to be maybe fulfilling the family legacy, or doing what all the other people in your family have done. Following in their footsteps, I heard. But your gut is steering you in a different direction. And maybe there's somebody here who's trying to hold you back. And they're putting things into your head. I don't know why I'm getting this, but they're affecting your decision making. And you have to take back control of your life, Scorpio. This is your life, not your father's life, not whoever this is. Could even be a mom who's very, very authoritarian and very rigid here. Okay, who likes to have a lot of control. But for others of you, it is a father. Somebody who's very well-to-do. Maybe your dad or this person, could be an Aries, is a CEO of something, or they were a CEO. They own their own business, or they own it now. And they want you to take over the family business or something like that. But you're like, I really want to do this. And maybe you've brought up that, and they're like, are you crazy? No, this is what you're supposed to do, because you have to follow society and what everybody does. This is where your success is going to be. Nobody knows what is best for you, not even your own parents, Scorpio. They don't. They think they do, but they don't. God knows what's best for you, not your parents, not your spouse, not your girlfriend, not your boyfriend, no one. And that may be hard for some of you to hear, but they don't. God knows what's best for you. So you need to deal with this. Temperance in the reverse. Stressing out. You're not going with the flow. It's kind of like, I have to follow it this way. Again, that control is going to bring about more stress and anxiety, and you're going to continue to hit brick walls and have tower moments. You have to be at peace with yourself, and you have to stop allowing people to destroy your inner peace, to affect your inner peace here. There's an imbalance here. Maybe you're living life not in moderation. There's something with material attachments. Again, shiny object syndrome with the Seven of Cups. We have it at the bottom of the deck here, right? Again, twice. This could even be about you're being impatient. You might want things now, and you don't want to put in the work to build the business. You don't want to put in the work to do whatever it is that you really, really want to do. Gotta have some patience with this. Patience is greatly rewarded. But know that this path that your gut is telling you to take is the path for you. 10 of Cups, yep. More imbalance, emotionally especially. Emotions are running high, something like that. You may even be dealing with some family issues, right? I talked about the father, okay? There's some imbalance in the family here that's got to be worked on. Broken marriages, broken families, family discord. This could be you involving yourself in inauthentic relationships, right? I talked about like having friends who are they pretend to be on your side or be supportive, but it may be conditional. They may be friends with you for your status, or they're friends with you to get something else out of you. I don't know. You know better than I do, Scorpio. But you got to have find a lot more harmony in your life, because right now it's kind of out of whack. All right. Fulfilling your life's purpose is going to bring you a lot more harmony in your life. And watch, everything else is going to be a lot more stable, especially with regards to family matters or, you know, your emotions in general. Okay. There's something about some false sense of security here. It's like you're not really trusting your intuition with this. Some of you are not in alignment with your happiness. You want the 10 of Cups. You want the happily ever after. You want this amazing, blissful life, Scorpio. You have to be in vibrational alignment with that. And some of you right now, you're not. Oh, and look, the Chariot comes up again, but it's in the reverse. Okay? Yeah, again, lack of direction. You're opposing this. You're your own obstacle right now, Scorpio. Queen of Wands in the reverse. Too controlling. All right? A lot of you are trying to control the situation. You got to release the control, Scorpio. Maybe you're trying to juggle too many things. Maybe you're just trying to, you know, cut corners and try to build this business, but you may be trying to build a business or just trying to follow things that you know aren't for your highest good, and it's backfiring on you. It's like this super control of everything, where it's like, no, like I have to do it this way and I have to do it that way, and I have to make sure everything, T's are crossed and I's are dotted and whatever this is. But I think what this is stemming from, Scorpio, it may be an ancestral pattern, because maybe this controlling nature has been passed down by your father, by father figures. It's an ancestral pattern, which is what I'm hearing. Maybe that's why, for some of you, there's this need to control everything. And then sometimes some of you, you lose your temper, and it could very well deal with the lack of impatience. You get overworked about little things when it's not necessary. Yeah, some family issues, something with kids. All right? Something's going on with your kids. This is for some of you, not for all of you, because I know not all of you have kids. So if you don't have kids, this particular part of this message is not for you, okay? You guys, you know, there's something about, maybe there's a lack of forgiveness here. Some of you are having a hard time forgiving yourself for something, forgiving your father for something, forgiving somebody for something. Could even be an ex-spouse. Maybe your ex-spouse, again, could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. Maybe this is feminine energy. Maybe you're dealing with an ex-spouse who's you still need to forgive or something. I don't know. Maybe this person is causing this family discord or this family imbalance, disconnected family, or whatever this is. And again, there's something with kids here. But you guys really have to not only learn the art of forgiveness, but to be more kind and gentle towards yourself. All right? Again, we talked about the self-sabotage, right? Be more nurturing. Maybe some of you are getting too nostalgic about the past. You're romanticizing the past. You are stuck in the past. Maybe somebody here wishes things were easier, like going back to childhood, or being very nostalgic about something. Because apparently there's imbalance here a lot. There's stuff going on here, Scorpio. Ancestral patterns. Now we have the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse here. You guys can have it all, but right now some of you are not in alignment with that. There's something about money here. Broken family again, broken marriages. Finances are not really there. It's kind of like financial hardship. There's something about maybe somebody is on the verge of bankruptcy, or somebody's undergoing or is experiencing bankruptcy. This is about not realizing that the hard work you put in is going to bring that financial wealth, that it's going to be a success, right? Thinking that this is going to be greatly achieved, whatever it is that your heart knows you want to tackle, what it is you want to pursue. And some of you, this may have to do with greed or over materialism, right? Focusing too much on the whole money part of this, whatever it is that you really want to pursue, what your gut is telling you to follow. Again, don't worry about that, because when you really follow your passions and you do what you love to do, the money will come. But it's more of just money here. And yeah, it's hard for us to realize that, because they say money makes the world go round, but it really doesn't. Yes, we have to pay for things, bills and expenses and whatever, food, but you will attract that when you are in vibrational alignment, when you are totally immersed in your life's purpose, in those skills that you have, and you're creating something masterful from that. You raise your vibration and you're so enamored with what you're doing, and people also love what you have to offer. That's when the money will show up, and you won't have to think anything of it. And again, with the ancestral pattern, with the controlling stuff, or focusing too much on money here. Ace of Wands, lack of direction again. You guys are like losing that spark. It's like everything that you're choosing is not giving you this spark right now, and you know it. You have to follow what lights you up, and it's those artistic talents that you have, those gifts that you have. Now it's the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. See? Codependency. More imbalance. There's a lot of imbalance here, guys. Okay? We gotta get back into balance here. All right? Maybe you know you're feeling undervalued in a job, in a relationship. This is also greed. There's something about you're worried about unpaid debts. For somebody, you're in a lot of debt. That's why I probably channeled at the verge of bankruptcy. Okay. Again, live life in moderation. Some of you have shiny object syndrome, and you're like, ooh, this is cool. I'm going to buy this. Oh, I'm going to go buy that. I'm going to go buy that. I know. I've been there, Scorpio. I've been there. I'm going to be honest. I had to get away with that. It's actually my birth chart. It was a huge karmic lesson for me to learn. All right. There's greed here. There's too much focus on the material world. All right. Thinking that having things is going to make you somebody? Not necessarily, Scorpio. And if you're conditionally giving, especially if you have children and you feel guilty and you just buy them stuff just because, it's almost like somebody here feels guilty for the fact that either you're divorced and the mother has financial issues too, and the mother or the other parent cannot give to their kids, and then you feel guilty, so you overextend yourself, you overspend to give these kids things that they really don't need. You kind of feel bad that you are divorced or that your family's broken up, and maybe a child of yours is very distraught by this divorce or this family discord, this family imbalance. And maybe with that one child or whatever, you are over giving to them, It's conditional giving, and it's causing your finances to, it's causing financial hardship for you. That's for somebody specific. Okay. Yep. Four of Wands, divorce, family discord. There's an imbalance in the home too, the family. Something is not working right. Or somebody, you've either gone through a divorce or you're contemplating divorce because things are just not harmonious right now in the home, on the home front. All right. This could also be just being in balance with not understanding that what it is that you want to achieve can be a great success, right? With the Four of Wands in the upright, this is great achievement, major milestone, accomplishment, success here. Celebrating life. Some of you feel down and out. There's no spark there in your life. There's no vitality. There's no celebrating. It's like some people might be Debbie Downers, or there's Debbie Downer-ism around you. You have to start celebrating life more. And that is when you find that spark within and you go after your passions. All right. Five of Wands. Yeah, a lot of conflict, a lot of arguing. There's too much going on here, and everyone's vying for your attention. You don't know what to do. You're having a hard time making decisions. You're all caught up in the material world, or there's all these things that are being presented to you every which way, and it's like, I cannot focus. I do not know what to choose. But your gut knows what to choose here, Scorpio. It does. Some of you might very well need to make amends with someone, compromise with somebody. Maybe somebody's overdoing it, overcompensating. Again, with the children thing, you're the one who's fitting the bill for your kids all the time, and the other parent isn't doing that for whatever reason, and it's causing a lot of chaos. It's causing a lot of conflict. And again, with the finances, your finances are being affected. So whatever this is, Scorpio, you have to start rectifying the situation and start working with this person or whatever this is, coworker, boss, and making amends here. You're going to have to compromise here. Somebody's going to have to compromise because this conflict cannot continue. You are blocking your abundance by staying in all of these low vibrational energies. Learn how to cooperate, finding common ground. This is finding harmony and peace in your environment. Nine of Pentacles, are they all in the reverse? No, except the last two. You guys are really doubting yourselves. You do not have that self-confidence. You don't think you're worthy of building this business. You don't think building a business is really your forte, or that it's going to be successful, that it's going to bring money. Again, following your passions will do that. And some of you are not focusing on self-care. You're self-sabotaging here. You're beating yourself up, especially with this five of, again, this is self-sabotage. You're beating yourself up, internal conflicts. You guys don't think you're worthy of success. You don't think you're able to build a business. You don't think you're able to make something of yourself, to stand on your own 2 feet, when you were very well capable of doing that, Scorpio. You have a lot of fear-based thinking, which is preventing you from getting that abundance, like I said. Fear is a huge block for a lot of you. What are you so afraid of? You need to have that faith. Just jump in and do it. God's going to catch you. He knows where you need to be, where you're going to end up. You just have to trust. Page of Wands, a little bit of a temper. Could be, again, this is a child card, so there's something here. Maybe you have a child who's a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Or maybe there's a child here who's, there's something going on with one of them. If you have multiple children, I don't know why I'm picking up on this, but there's something here where this child is like, there's like a lack of confidence here. This child has lost their self-esteem too. And it might be coming from you, Scorpio, because this is lack of self-esteem, all right? Strength card is having self-esteem. You need to focus on that. Yeah. You don't have that confidence. You're fearful of taking risks. You're very afraid of taking risks. You're so used to following things by the book, by following what everyone else does, that you're afraid if you veer off that path that you're going to crash and burn when you're not. And your gut deep down inside knows this. And there is, again, something with the child here who doesn't have confidence either in themselves. You have to stop doubting your abilities. This is self-limitations, okay? You have to go after these risks without fear. There might be bumps along the way, because there always are, but you're ready for the challenge. You're going to be able to overcome those challenges, Scorpio. Judgment, not heeding the call. You're not following your divine guidance. You keep repeating the same karmic patterns, and you know deep down inside that it's not getting you anywhere. So it's time for you to do something different. It's time for you to start listening to what your internal guidance is telling you, so that you can free yourself from this cycle that you've been in indefinitely. Don't blame people. Don't blame society. Don't blame others. Don't, whatever this is. Don't doubt yourself. There's a lot of indecisiveness here. You know there's a huge decision you need to make, but you're very afraid of making that decision. Spirit is really calling for you to wake up, Scorpio. You have something that you have to give to the world. We are waiting for you, Scorpio. Who knows? I might be waiting for you to do something. I don't know why I said that. Maybe there's somebody here, and I don't know where this is coming from, that we might end up working together. There might be something that I have that you need, and that you have that I need. I don't know where that's coming from, but that's what they wanted me to say. Seven of Pentacles, you got to have patience. You have to start investing in yourself and in what it is you want to grow here, Scorpio. Some of you are getting a poor return on whatever it is you're investing in, whether you're putting in money into things that really don't give you any value. Again, with the conditional giving, maybe for some of you, with buying things for your kids because you feel guilty. Or grandkids. That's some for somebody. It could be grandkids too. You need to start investing in yourself, in your well-being, your personal growth here, Scorpio. And know that everything happens in divine timing. You have to be patient. Things do not happen overnight. Great things, what's the word? Good things take time. Great things take even longer time. It takes a longer time, right? Rome wasn't built in a day. Apple trees don't grow overnight, right? There's a lot of work involved with the farmers and the harvest. There's months that go by before they can reap the harvest. It's the same thing here, reaping the harvest. You will be able to reap the harvest, but you got to put in the hard work, and you have to be patient, allow those seeds to grow. But first of all, you have to plant the right seeds into the soil before you start growing weeds as opposed to those apple trees. Stubbornness, Scorpio. You got to buckle down and get things done. Again, with the patience. You just have to learn how to try to be patient, Scorpio. Lack of impatience causes temperament. It causes, yourself to just start flaring in all directions. You become very fiery, just like the Emperor in reverse and the Queen of Wands in the reverse. It's kind of like everything goes out of whack, and then you feel disharmonious and everything goes out of alignment, which means you cannot attract 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles. The happily ever after, the material wealth, building a family legacy, having it all. Some of you have to learn how to be more patient and to stop being so stubborn. And I say this out of love, guys, because look, I was stubborn too. Not overly stubborn. But when I kept hearing what I was being told to do, I wasn't heeding the call. I was stubborn. I was like, there's no way. Because I was fearful of stuff. I let fear run most of my life. Boy, was that the wrong direction to take. I absolutely love the life I'm living now. I'm so at peace with myself. It's so different compared to where I was. And one of the things that helped me get out of that rut was having patience and stop being stubborn. I'm a very patient person already. I always was. It was more the stubbornness. But I had to learn that, because sometimes when I built things, especially at my job, I wanted the recognition faster. I wanted to really build something very quickly and just move on to the next thing. I had to learn this too. Well, if that wasn't long-winded, I don't know what is. So let's see what your guidance is for this week. I hope that helps, Scorpio. I really hope it does. Look, guys, I've been there. I left so much behind. But you know what happens? When God sees that you can be happy and abundant within, without those things that you once had, God gives those back to you double, triple, tenfold, 100-fold, whatever it is. God will give you more of what you gave up. And it will be a lot better than you could have ever imagined. That is the huge reward there by taking those risks and following your heart and following your passions. Your guidance for the week is it's time to be adventurous and play. The flowers are springing up, the season of singing birds has come, and the cooing of turtle doves fills the air. Song of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 12. If you feel guided to, if you look up this Bible verse, Scorpio, there's going to be some other important messages for you there. See, when I talked about growing things, flowers bloom in their own time. The Seven of Pentacles is also divine timing. I forgot about that. Everything takes time to grow. But this is really about you being adventurous. And with the childlike energy, yes, some of you need to have a little bit more fun too. Go out there and have fun. Take those risks. Play along the way as you're building your empire to greatness. There's no need to feel stuck or to be confused about what it is that you want to achieve, because you already know, Scorpio. Oh my goodness. You can't make it up. Express yourself through creativity. Praise his name with dancing, accompanied by tambourine and harp. Psalm 149:3. Let me take a look at this picture real quick, guys. I'm trying to see what she's holding. She's like playing some musical instrument, but it's like, I want to see marimba, but it's not. It's like some sort of harp, but it's, I don't know. This is like somebody created this. But she is playing some sort of music. I don't know if you guys could see that. I don't know if that instrument actually exists. But wasn't I talking about music, right? For some of you, it is music. But for what it really is, I talked about your artistic talents, your creative abilities. I can't make it up, you guys. It's totally really emphasizing this. Some of you, it does involve dance. Maybe somebody wants to open up a dance studio. I don't know. go do it. If that's your passion, Scorpio, go do it. You want to do something with music, go do it. Again, with the drawing and the painting and the graphic design or whatever this is. Whatever creative talents you have, that's going to be your best way of expressing yourself, because how it is that you're doing it now, it's not working out for you. And it's not for your highest good. Trust in that. Start doing more things of a creative nature. Watch how much your life shifts when you do that. Alrighty. Let's see what Mercury Retrograde is teaching you. Again, Mercury goes into retrograde mode tomorrow, January 14th, 2022. It's also going to square Uranus, so that's going to be... Some of you guys are going to experience some changes, and you're not going to be able to control them. You're going to be able to control how you react, or you should be able to control how you respond to it, not react. Growth. Talked about investing in your personal growth, the Seven of Pentacles. Yep. Grow, learn, and evolve here, Scorpio. When you're tapping more into your creative energies, you're going to really see who you really are. And you're going to grow as a person. You're going to grow more as a light worker. You're going to grow more as whoever God made you to be. Receive. You're not going to be resisting that internal guidance, that divine guidance you're being given. You're just going to take it now, and you're going to say, okay, I accept it. I receive what guidance I'm being given, and I'm going to take action on it. This is also for some of you, if you're doing too much conditional giving or too much of something, right? Because the Six of Pentacles is unequal give and take, right? And we talked about that. You're going to start learning how to receive, to not give so much anymore, because some of you have been giving way too much of your time, energy, and money to things, and you're not getting that back. It's time for you to receive what is due to you, Scorpio. Ooh, air. East, above. Rising above the noise. This is you seeing things from a different perspective. Really balancing your heart and your mind. Mercury retrograde is going to help you gain a lot more clarity too, as to what your true purpose is and what it is that you really need to be working on, aside from whatever else I talked about here. Okay? This is you allowing yourself to soar above the clouds and not being afraid to do so. This is about raising to that higher level of consciousness, as I said, right? Also about the Ace of Swords, gaining more insight and awareness into things. When you get those downloads, it's going to bring a lot more clarity to you. Maybe during this time, during Mercury retrograde, and Mercury is about, it is air energy, right? Reevaluating, reviewing things. Maybe you should start looking into what your true visions and goals are. Are you really willing to see things clearly? With the help of your guides, your angels, your ancestors, God. What new thing do you want to start? What do you want to create? The ideas, those thoughts that you have, those brilliant ideas that you have, and actually making them into something, bringing them into reality here. I like this air energy stuff. The bottom of the deck, see, vision, Ace of Swords. I could talk about the air energy. Hold the vision, trust the process. Whatever vision, whatever ideas you have, Scorpio, it's time to bring them into the physical. Or make a plan at least, and start building prototypes, or start figuring out how it is you're going to build your business and become self-employed based off of your artistic talents, things like that. Visualize what it is that you want to manifest. Visualize what it is what you want to um to happen. It's like having that positive mindset so that you can bring about the highest possible outcome with regards to this thing, that this idea that you have, and get to work on it, taking action on it, right? Don't just sit around and have that idea in your head, right? What we talked about with the dreams. If you just keep dreaming and dreaming about it, it's going to stay in a dream state. You have to take action on your dreams. And you are so capable of making those dreams a reality, Scorpio. You really are. Let's see what's going on in your love life. What's going on with Scorpio's love life? Spirit guides and angels, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Oh, gosh. Apparently a lot, Scorpio. Hold on, I need to check the time real quick. Okay, good. Not today. Not dealing, hurt, avoiding a conversation. Somebody's laughing right now because of that video. I know what you're talking about. Avoiding a conversation, call, person, boundaries, still angry. Somebody's still angry. I talked about this. It's with the marriage, the broken family. You're still angry at your spouse. This is for somebody. This is not for all of you. Or some of you are just still angry with how your love life is not turning out. You have the ability to change that. But you're going to have to start changing things about yourself, Scorpio. And part of that has to do with patience and stubbornness. All right? Look, again, this is no judgment on you because I cannot judge you. I have no right to do that. God is the only one who does that. We all have shadow sides to us that we can transmute to light. There's always these dark things about us, or these things that are not pleasant. We all have these things about us that we can work on. It's not a lost cause, okay? So some of you are just like, I'm not dealing with love because love doesn't happen for me, whatever. You have to change your vibration and change your mindset. The butterfly, relationship evolving in the next phase, healing the inner child and growth. There's growth again. Some of you really need to heal your inner child. We saw a lot of children, right? And heal from a relationship too. Whatever relationship didn't work out, or all those relationships that didn't work out, Scorpio, they're there to help you to learn and to grow. I like you. Someone likes you. Romance is blooming, fun flirting, want to date. All right. So there may be somebody here that your intuition is telling you about, that they have feelings for you. This is confirmation that they do. Okay. Maybe they will tell you, or maybe they're just going to wait on it. I don't know. Hold on one second. All right. Let me keep these cards on this side. Acts. Breakup, separation, stop the pattern, silent treatment, abandonment. See what I was talking about? Your gut is going to have whatever words stand out to you, what this means to you, Scorpio. But I was getting that, a breakup, right? A divorce, something of that type. Family breakup, discord, imbalance. Maybe some of you are separation from your person. But again, this is stopping that pattern. I talked about stopping the patterns. You continue to go in that same cycle, you're going to be in that continuous loop, in an infinite loop. And that abundance that God is waiting for you to give, waiting to give to you, is just going to sit there. Again, with the dream state, your wishes, your dreams, all these beautiful things, these blessings are going to stay up there in the heavens while you are still going through these cycles, right? Maybe this is something about you. You always end up in breakups with people, or you're always ending up in separation. You're feeling abandoned. There's something you have to look within yourself, Scorpio, as to why this is continuing. Camera, reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learn from the past, make memories. See? Learn from the past. Learn from your past relationships. Talking. Interested, conversing more, awaited message arrives, text, call, email, hoovering. Some of you need to talk with your partner. Or talk with an ex-partner if you're still not healed from this connection. All right? Separation. Sadness, missing you, thinking about you, yearning, unsure of the future. See, some of you are unsure about your future love life, but if you start focusing on you, Scorpio, start focusing on what it is you want, that love will come in. You have to be in high vibrational alignment with that. And you have to believe that love will come, that you are deserving of love, that you are worthy of it, right? If you don't believe that, if you don't even believe in yourself, then how is true love going to come to you? It's not a vibrational match, all right? And some of you, yet you still need to heal from some sort of separation or some sort of divorce or something like that. Sadness here. The snake, competition, enemy, clever, malicious, look over the shoulder, the other woman. Maybe there was cheating that happened in this connection. You got to let it go. As hard as that is, Scorpio, you're going to have to let it go. It's blocking you. It's blocking your abundance. That stuff blocks the manifestation of your heart's desires. Maybe there's something with competition here. Could even be competition with work. We do have the Five of Swords here. Or maybe you feel like you have to constantly compete with others for somebody's attention, or you can't find love because maybe the people that you're going after, they want somebody to make a certain amount of money or look a certain way, and you're trying to be that person, and it's kind of like you keep feeling like the odd man out, the odd woman out, and it's not working for you, and it's kind of like you have to, you feel like you have to compete with everybody in the world just to have love in your life. No, you don't. You have to be yourself. That's for somebody. Hammer, sabotage, rebuilding, interrogation, repetitive, persistent, working on it. Repeating the same cycles, right? Some of you are doing a lot of self-sabotaging. Some of you might be sabotaging a connection because you may not be focusing on your self-growth and you're not listening to your intuition about being by yourself or focusing on your life's purpose. The Sword and the Rose, clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, honor, protection, and power. You have the power to create your love life too, right? And the power to create the world that you want, Scorpio. You have to see the truth in the situation with regards to your love life, because for some of you, there's something that you need to heal or something you're not doing that you have to stop repeating in order for true love to come into your life. There's another message here, but I'll get to that because they're telling me something else. Cupid's arrow, have faith, love is coming. Surprise invitation or meeting, hesitation. Some of you are very hesitant with regards to falling in love again or being in another relationship because of what happened in the past. And for those of you who, were in a marriage and have had a family with somebody and maybe that person cheated on you and they broke up the family and all these other things are happening, you think that that's going to be it or it's going to repeat itself. You can't believe that. You have to have a lot more faith in your love life because what happened in the past, that's what happened in the past. But you have to change your mindset because if you think the same thing is going to repeat, it will repeat, Scorpio, because your thoughts, what? Yes, create your reality. All right. Love will come to you again, but you gotta be in alignment with that true love that you're seeking. Wedding rings, union, wedding, marriage, soul connection, eternal love, everlasting promise. See, I talked about for some of you, there's something with marriage here. Some of you have some false beliefs about marriage. Again, there's another message, and I will get to that in a little bit. Clock. Need time, takes time, in time, cycles. Time to heal and progress. It's time for some of you, it's time to heal, Scorpio. It takes time to heal. When you're healed, other people heal too. It works. I've seen it with my own ex-husband, okay? It works. Take all the time that you need. Don't rush it and don't force it. You have to break those cycles that you know you are stuck in that are blocking your abundance. Seduction, attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, third-party interference. See, there's somebody here, there was cheating going on somewhere. Somebody might have seduced your spouse or your person, okay? Doesn't have to be a marriage. And you're like, I can't get over this. I can't forgive this person. Whatever. It's that true love, again, just won't come into your life if you're hung up on what was done in the past here, okay? Or maybe you're dealing with somebody already where they just keep trying to get you into their space and then they walk away or something like that. Or they're very attracted to you physically, but there's nothing there emotionally. That's for somebody. Passion, insane chemistry, like each other equally, having fun. All right? Maybe you had a very passionate connection with someone and it just fell apart and you thought that this was it and ended up not being that. That's for somebody here. Others of you, you have a lot of chemistry with somebody and maybe you're getting caught up in the passion, and maybe that's why for some of you, you're not focusing on yourself because, and I'm hearing for somebody, there's something with sex here it's kind of drawing you in and it's keeping you from focusing on your purpose. Abundance. Keep a positive mindset. Manifest exactly what you want. Gratitude and bliss. See, I talked about abundance. A lot of these other things have to be cleared out so that you can attract this, okay? Keep a positive mindset about your love life. But remember, you have to be in vibrational alignment with this to come in. In paradise, happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness, enjoying each other. You can have paradise in your love life, Scorpio, but again, a lot of work has to be done. We have that Seven of Pentacles and everything here that we talked about. People can have this type of love, guys. It's just a matter of doing a lot of inner work. Seven of Pentacles and Eight of Pentacles here. Healing hearts at the bottom of the deck. Healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationship or addiction. See? Some of you guys got to heal from a connection that was not pleasant. You got to heal from that heartbreak. Some of you were in toxic relationships and there's still bitterness and resentment there. Some of you really need to work on clearing that. Now, there's a smaller group of you here. Somebody wants to offer commitment. There's a relationship moving to the next level with the Queen of Cups here. Somebody's having a lot of confidence to express their love for you, to give back to you, maybe give you a gift of some sort. They now want to give to you because you gave to them and there was unequal give and take. And now there's going to be equal give and take here. And this person wants to open their heart to you. They're going to be vulnerable. They're not afraid to express their emotions anymore because they did a lot of inner work. They faced their demons. They did their shadow work, all of that stuff. They worked very hard on a gift for you, something like that. That's for somebody here. And, you know, this person is not backing down. I'm hearing they won't take no for an answer. They're very loyal and very devoted and very dedicated. This is a very solid, stable offer that's coming in. All right, for a few of you. And this person wants long-term commitment. Again, they worked very hard on some sort of offer. Maybe they worked very hard on something that's actually tangible. I don't know. Again, they want to invest with you. They want to grow with you. They want to build a business with you. They did a lot of hard work here. There's a lot of personal growth here. They really invested in themselves on their healing as well, because this is an excellent healer right here. Very hardworking, very dedicated, persistent. With all that other stuff, what else is here? We do have Two of Cups, right? In the upright. You thought that this union wasn't going to happen, Scorpio, it's right here. But if you stay in this vibrational state, you're going to push it back. So you have to raise your vibration, right? Abundance, keep a positive mindset. So with these cards, you're going to be enjoying each other. I said keep a positive mindset because this love will come in, but you have to be out of Five of Cups energy and low vibrational energy. There is a lot of insane chemistry. Again, you guys are going to be having a great time together. Union is here, right? It's also going to involve marriage for some of you. There's a very strong soul connection here. Have faith, love is coming, okay? You're going to be invited to something. It's going to be a surprise. All right, somebody's worked hard on some sort of offer. You're going to get clarity and truth. They're going to speak the truth to you. Huge revelation of things, of their feelings as well. You're going to get an unexpected message here, and you're going to be talking a lot more because before you probably didn't talk as much. You probably haven't heard from this person in a while, and now this person is going to speak up, and you're going to go back and forth. There's no more ghosting. There's no more avoiding the situation, right? There's no more of this, avoiding a conversation. There's no more of that for some of you, all right? They're going to express this, all right? Romance is blooming. They want to date you. They want to marry you. They're going to tell you, not that they like you, that they love you. Relationship evolving to the next phase. That's Queen of Cups energy, right? Moving to the next level. Both of you have healed the inner child. Again, this is for those of you who healed the inner child already, and you've grown a lot. You've really transformed into becoming the highest versions of yourselves. And again, with the paradise, now everything's going to be all fine and rainbows and unicorns and things. And you guys are going to continue your healing and start working on your mission. All right. That was a mouthful. Hopefully this helped you, Scorpio. If you have any questions about anything at all, please let me know. Send me an email. I don't bite. I'm here to help. I won't charge for that, okay? I give free guidance all the time. So if you feel drawn to reach out to me, check out the description box below. I have my email address there. If you're interested in a personal reading with me, especially if you are a light counterpart and you're, having a hard time with this journey, if you don't already know, I am a violet flame who's achieved union with self, okay? If you feel drawn to seek my guidance or just have any questions, either you can book a reading in the description box below or hop on over to capellawellness.com and check out my service suite there. Or you can also send me an email. Again, my email address is in the description box below. Anything else you might need, let me know. All right? Okay, Scorpio, that concludes your weekly reading. Thank you so very much for watching this video, for subscribing to this channel if you haven't already, and for illuminating that thumbs up button. I would really appreciate it. I wish you the best today and always. I send you so, so much love, and I hope I illuminated your well-being today. Again, this is Jess from Capella Wellness, starring out.